Here's Johnny.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Price.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And like that, he's gone.
I've never considered myself a religious person. And please don't misunderstand me here. I'm not about to launch into a long diatribe on religion. The whole analogy will make sense by the time we finish if you just hear me out. And while I've never been what I would call a religious person, and maybe I've even thought some of the apocalyptic stories that I've heard about throughout the years were complete nonsense, but nonetheless, it's hard not to take a look at what is happening in the world right now and wonder if the end of times is near. I mean, think about it. Another mass shooting, planes flying straight into the sea, aliens from another planet, the brink of nuclear destruction, political corruption, and what is looking more and more like a global government conspiracy unfolding in our very own country is playing out on a world stage right before our very own eyes. I have links to all of the articles that I've referenced that I'll include in the description. And these are just stories that have broken over the last few days. There are probably dozens, if not hundreds more stories like this about events that have already taken place or that may be unfolding in the future. I mean, I half expect to see Jim Morrison to come riding down from heaven on a pale white horse, singing Riders on the Storm, while the four horsemen of the apocalypse come up trotting along behind him. I mean, I think we can all agree these are all crazy stories. And possibly very important stories. Stories that need to be told. And if you've been reading my emails or listening to my podcast for long enough, you already know that I think the entire basis for filmmaking is that it is storytelling with a camera. So what I propose is this. Maybe, just maybe, film is the miracle that the world needs right now to tell these stories. Now, I'm not asking you to buy into any religion here or any particular belief system. Only the idea that all around us right now are all of these amazing, crazy stories that need to be told, and that we, as filmmakers, actors, and storytellers in our own right, are the ones that need to tell them. Is this a message from God? Is film the miracle that the world needs right now to save itself from destruction? I don't know. But you have to admit, it's a pretty powerful idea if you think about it. I mean, the Bible as we know it is filled with miracles. Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark, Jesus turning water into wine. But how long has it been since the world has seen a real miracle? I mean, certainly not in the last 2,000 years. And I'm certainly not comparing making a film to Moses parting the Red Sea. But as filmmakers and actors, don't we feel compelled to tell these stories? I mean, isn't that why we got into this industry in the first place? So maybe we are the ones that are supposed to be telling all of these stories. Maybe this is God wanting his voice to be heard. And maybe having a million different filmmakers all across the world telling all of these different stories is what he wants us to do. God spoke through prophets thousands of years ago, and many of us accept that. So maybe film is the medium that he's choosing today. And today's filmmakers are like the prophets of years past. Maybe film itself is a modern day miracle. We already know how powerful film is as a medium to tell a story. So is it really hard to believe that this might be true? Now, I know I will probably lose some of you today, and I'm okay with that. Some people might be mad at me because they think I'm poking fun at religion. Some people might think I'm trying to force some religious beliefs down your throat. And some people are probably wondering why the hell I'm talking about this at all on a website and podcast that's supposed to be all about filmmaking and acting. But for some of you, this might cause you to stop and think and wonder if some of this just might be true. And if it does ring true to you, then maybe you'll share this story with someone that might also have a similar belief. And for everyone else, I can promise you that tomorrow's message won't be one about religion or politics or the coming apocalypse, unless maybe it's a reference to American Horror Story. But it will be all about film. Remember, if you want to learn how to make better films and act on camera, Guerrilla Film School has got you covered. We put together a free training video on how directors and actors can work together on set. You can get instant access to this free training right now by going to guerrillafilmschool.com/training.
He's gone.